You'll be pleasantly surprised by how food becomes different when you add California raisins to it. And this is a perfect example. Today I am making a very nice rellenong or tortang alimasag, whichever you want to call it. And we're gonna stuff our alimasag shells with, of course, crab meat and delicious golden raisins. And we're gonna serve this with a chunky mango sriracha sauce. So let me show you how that's done. It's fairly simple, very doable, and the next time you make your tortang alimasag, it will be so different from how you did it the last time, because of course we're going to add California raisins. People always ask me, why do I add raisins? I add raisins because it is a natural sweetener. So instead of adding sugar, I add raisins. But then again, of course, it gives a totally different kind of character to your food. And you'll be surprised that even with seafood, it actually works. So this is how to do your beautiful tortang alimasag. So there, I have my 2 kinds of onions. I use the white for sweetness and the other one for pungency. I like combining both. But if you're lazy or you don't have one or the other, you can just use one kind, whichever you have. That works too. So we're going to cook this until it's translucent. Then we add our garlic. So remember, when you come from the market and then you get your alimasag, the first thing that you do is you steam it. You steam it right away. Kasi the alimasag talaga, basta it becomes mabaho really fast. So from the market, what you're supposed to do is steam it and then reserve the shells and then start flaking it. And then keep everything in the fridge. If you're not using it right away, kindly freeze. Then my tomatoes. These are your raisins, golden raisins. You can also use the black ones, of course, pero parang for me, it's nice when it's golden and then it's orange. Parang wala lang. It just looks more saucy. More social. You know why this is nice? It's because you won't know. Then all of a sudden, there's a tinge of sweetness when you bite into it. So it's a pleasant surprise to have your golden raisins in the mix. You need a ½ kilo of alimasag meat or crab meat. Me, to be honest, when I make my tortang alimasag, I'd rather just use like crab meat. It's easier to prepare that way. Then of course we add a little salt, a little pepper, lots of spring onions. I kind of put a lot of oil when I cook my alimasag kasi otherwise it tends to be dry. So I like it a little shiny para when you bite onto it, it's a little moist and not dry. So what did I have? I have the taste of the sea and then tinges of sweetness and then pungency from the onions. So it's delicious. Now I am stuffing alimasag. You know, I always overstuff everything. So stuff this. It's very important for you to press down your stuffing, so that doesn't fall off. So there, press it down, like so. Okay? So the next part is after stuffing, is we're going to have to beat some eggs. So we have 3 eggs. And that's that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spoon egg over my, so there. And this is my personal secret to my relleno. My rellenong alimasag is to dip it in a little cornstarch because it has a crisp outer crust. So medyo it becomes a little crispy. Then to make sure, lalo na my pans are nice because they're new. But I learned this from our cook before. Kasi yung pan niya pangit, hindi non-stick. So every time she makes relleno, I was always wondering, why hers was always so nice. It's simply because she would line it with dahon ng saging. So, there. Put that. Do that. You'll be so surprised by how pretty this turns out. I saw our old manang doing this and I was so impressed. So, yeah. Cook this for a good 2 to 3 minutes on that side, pushing it down every so often. My torta is always overstuffed. Perfect, right? See? Like I was telling you, you use the banana leaf if especially when your pans are not so non-stick and you want to make sure that your torta comes out perfect. Also, when there's a banana leaf, it also becomes harder for you to burn. So you always come up with a perfect torta. Lalo na, you know where it comes in handy? This comes in really handy if you're making tortang talong. Yung banana leaf, ganda siya. And somehow it adds a nice aroma. It gives you a nice nose and a nice flavor. Kasi syempre, dahon ng saging, di ba? This is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to turn this over. See, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's still exactly the same. So there. I am now going to make my mango sriracha dipping sauce, which goes perfectly well with your tortang alimasag. So this is Japanese mayonnaise. Then you have sugar, calamansi juice, sesame oil, cilantro, North seasoning, sriracha, some salt, and mangoes. Fresh, ripe, diced mango, 1 mango. Mix this well and let it sit for about 30 minutes before serving it with your alimasag. I'm going to add a little more cilantro leaves. Asim ng mangga. Okay? So, if it's maasim, you just add more sugar. Okay? Just add more sugar. So, maybe a tablespoon of sugar. And adjust seasoning to taste. And when you're happy, everyone's happy. You know it's a good recipe when you and all those you cook for are happy. And this dipping sauce is done. Now we're going to plate our alimasag. And then these are curry leaves and some edible flowers. I just garnished my little wooden tray with my beautiful alimasag. There, I think we're okay. This is the mango sauce. You have no idea how wonderful it is when it comes together in one perfect bite. So this is my tortang alimasag or my rellenong alimasag, whichever suits you.